This is Njambiz. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about lessons I've learned in my 20s that could be useful to you, hopefully. And in case you're wondering, yes, I'm almost done with my 20s. I'm actually turning 29 in a few weeks, in April. In a few months, okay, in 3 months. I'll be turning 29 in April, and I realized this is going to be my last year in my 20s. So it felt very fitting to do this video now, so that in case there's any lesson I've missed, you can comment it below and I can start applying that as I start to usher in the 30s. Ah man, I'm growing old so fast. Time, where have you gone? I'll just jump right into lesson number 1 that I've learned, and I feel this one is the most important one, hence it being number 1, is the world doesn't owe you anything. Anything. I know this is a bit harsh to hear, but once you're in your 20s, dude, chick, you're an adult. You're an adult. So you should start figuring your own life out. You should start making your own decisions. You should start trying to depend on yourself. I realize that in your early 20s, you're probably in campus, but make a plan. Even if your parents is supporting you, remember, they also don't owe you anything. Their official or legal obligation to you ended when you were 18. So if you're in your 20s, remember, even your parents doesn't owe you anything. So the world doesn't owe you anything, because I know a lot of us have that mentality, that attitude in life, like, I'm doing this, so this should be happening. You should be giving me these opportunities. You should be opening these doors for me because I need to be at a certain place in my life, and no one has the obligation to get you there. No one owes you anything. No one owes you a connection. No one owes you an investment. No one owes you mentoring and so on. If they give it to you, it's a privilege. They don't owe it to you. So that's a good mentality to keep in mind, that if someone helps you get from point A to point B, it is a privilege, it is an opportunity. Do not squander it, because the world doesn't owe you anything. And if you're sitting crying that things aren't happening, you need to make them happen for yourself. You're an adult now. And speaking of making things happen for yourself, that brings me to lesson number 2. Lesson number 2, nothing worthwhile comes easy. You have to work for it. You have to work for it. Let me start by saying we need, and I'm saying we because I've been a victim of that mentality in the past, and I've learned hence the lessons, and I've grown from it. So if it doesn't apply to you, you can move on to lesson number 3. But lesson number 2, I know we have this mentality of overnight success, of getting your results here, there and then, and getting that accelerated success. And that doesn't always happen. In fact, if you think about most of the people you look up to, and even if you're looking at the billionaires, the Zuckerbergs and Jeff Bezos and so on, think about it. Check out their stories. These guys didn't just start today and get rich tomorrow. They worked on their products, they worked on their brands, they hustled. Some of them hustled. And you know this is true. So if you're looking for overnight success, I'm sorry, but it doesn't work like that. Unless you're what do we call them? Unless you're an heir to a million billion shilling empire, it won't work like that. You have to put in the work, you have to commit to your passions, you have to commit to your project, your career, or whatever it is you're going after. You have to work at it. You have to work at it. Otherwise, it won't just happen. Things don't just land at your feet. Nothing worthwhile, nothing worth having comes easy. You have to work for it. And you have to work hard for it. So that's my second lesson. Lesson number three is don't worry too much about what people think about you. Now this one applies to everything, and not just your work, not just your appearance or your choices in life and so on. Anything you can think about. Don't let people's opinion of you define you, because people will always have an opinion, which you may agree with, you may not agree with, but the only person whose opinion should matter the most when making a decision should be your own. Be your own person. Only you know yourself, only you know where you want to be, where you're going, how to get there. Take advice along the way. Advice is valuable. You'll get a lot of good advice out here. But remember, people's opinions of you do not define you. Just because one person says you can or can't make it in this, you look like this, or you should do this and this, that do not internalize, and especially the negative bits. Do not internalize other people's opinion of you, especially when you know them not to be true. Be your own person. Be bold in being your own person. It will pay off. Do not be a shadow of someone else. That we are way too unique, we are way too different to fall under each other's shadows, to follow each other's shadows around. Be your own person. So the only opinion that should concern you is yourself. Work at it. Work on yourself, work on your passions, work on your dreams. Take in advice, but don't let other people's opinion of you define you. Imagine this, picture this with me. Imagine you've gone out, you're probably in the middle of town, you decided to dress a certain bold, colorful way, and obviously attracting attention. Then you meet a lot of random people on the road. Think of it if it was you. The most you give this person, the most attention and the most time and the most thought you'll give a stranger who looks a certain way when you've seen them. It's just a few seconds, and you'll pass them and you'll move on with your life. So other people are just passing by your life, and they should not define you. Their opinions should not define you, because you're just another passing thought in their mind. The only opinion that should define you is yourself. Be bold in being yourself. Lesson number four is this is the perfect time to take risks. This is the perfect time. There will not be another time better than this to take risks with your career, with your business, with your overall goals in life, your dreams. Take a chance on your dream, because this is the perfect time, in that this is the youngest you'll be. I know this is corny, but this is the youngest you'll ever be, and this is the oldest you've ever been. And there's no better time than in your 20s to take a risk. There's no better time, because your obligations are minimal, your responsibilities are very few. You can afford to take a plunge, and even if things don't work out, the fallback won't be as big. When you get to your 30s, you're growing your family, and I don't care if you have a small family right now. If you have a small baby, like myself, I do, Like if you have a small baby, you have a wife and or a husband, wife, husband, or kids or babies, they're probably pretty young right now, and that means you can afford to take a risk. The older they get, the more obligations you have, the more responsibility you have, and the harder it will be to make a career change, to make a business risk, to take a business risk, to make any kind of drastic change in your life. This is the perfect time to take a plunge, take a risk. Invest in yourself. I'm getting very passionate about this one. Invest in yourself. There's nothing greater, nothing better than investing in yourself. Lay your foundation. This is the perfect time. Lay your foundation now. Take a risk. Lesson number 5, and a very, very important one. It's okay to take a break. I will repeat that. It is okay to take a break. I know we are told a lot, and this is not a contradiction of lesson number 4 or lesson number 2. I know we are told this is the best. You're young, you're energetic, you can go at it, you can work hard, you can put in a lot of hours and a lot of this and that. Yes, you're young, yes, you're energetic, but even you can get exhausted. Exhaustion doesn't discriminate with age. Depression as well doesn't discriminate with age, unfortunately. So take some time to yourself, take a break, grow your career, but don't forget, you may be young, but you also need to rest. You're not a machine. Being young doesn't make you a machine, by the way. You're not a machine. Take some time to rest. Take a road trip. Take 2 days off. Go on a road trip, travel, go stay indoors, binge watch your series, sleep, do nothing. Just take a break. Every now and then, take a break. Work hard when you need to work hard. Rest when you need to rest, because you do need to rest. Otherwise, you will burn out very fast. You will burn out, and that will not do your career, your business, or yourself any good, and especially yourself. Take time, take care of yourself. Without you, there's no dream to accomplish. Without you, there's no vision. Without you, there's no goal to chase after. Without you, there's no career to grow. Without you, there's no business to grow. So take some time for yourself. Get some rest, heal, take a break, take a very much needed break every now and then, and obviously not break throughout, guys. Don't misunderstand me. Just take a break. If you're working 5 days a week, take the weekend to rest. Your work will be there when you get back the next week. It never ends. It never ends. So work hard, but also rest. Play a little. It's healthy. And that's it for today's video, which I hoped would be 5 minutes, or at least 6 minutes, but ended up being longer. I have come to realize and accept that I am incapable of making very short videos. I have tried, but they end up being long. I'm a very bubbly person, and if I'm very passionate about something, I babble, I talk a lot, and I get very repetitive. But that's me. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Like the video, guys. Like the video, so that I know if you can relate to this content, if we are going somewhere. Like the video. Comment below if any of these lessons apply to you. If you want to give me some additional lessons, I'm still in my 20s, still young. Hello, I'm still in my 20s, so if I've missed out any lesson you think is very important, comment below. Give me your feedback on this video, and share it widely as always, and subscribe if you haven't. Hit the subscribe button. Join this journey. And I'll see you. Join the journey, guys. Subscribe. I'll see you next time.